Attention, Panthers fans, the backstage decisions after the first preseason game are already shaking things up in Charlotte. Surprises and unexpected cuts are stirring the fans' expectations, especially when a recent young talent seems to be off the plans. Straightforwardly, what we see is a team beginning to define its fate for the season with a touch of tension, and still a lot to prove in the upcoming games. Welcome! Show your support to the Panthers by reaching 100 likes on today's video. After the preseason debut, coordinator Dan Morgan is already showing his firm hand in building the Panthers' 53-man roster for the regular season. The main news, the 53-man roster projection cut an important name, one of the last draft picks, linebacker DJ Johnson. The decision impacts because Johnson, although potentially in the prime of his career, entered his third season without recording a single sack, which weighs against him in a team seeking more defensive intensity. The entrance of Thomas Incoom to the official roster highlights a clear shift in defensive priorities. Incoom had a widely praised performance on the field, with 5 tackles in the game against the Browns, a sack, and constant pressure on the opposing quarterback. This shows that Morgan is already shaping his team based on merit performance and the capacity for immediate impact, leaving little room for bets or tolerance for technical stagnation. Another unexpected highlight was the rise of cornerback Corey Thornton. A little-mentioned name before the season, Thornton surprised with his physicality and confidence when substituting J.C. Horn and is now set to nearly guarantee a final roster spot, with an aggressive style strengthening the Panthers' secondary. However, not all cuts were shocking. John Radigan, a linebacker who had remote chances of significant defensive playing time and was limited mainly to special teams, was released amid fierce competition in linebacker positions where young players like Thornton gained prominence. With the current projection, the team keeps 2 quarterbacks, Bryce Young, carrying the franchise's expectations, and the experienced Andy Dalton, serving as support and mentor. In the backfield, Chuba Hubbard and Trevor Etienne lead the running game, accompanied by other options like Rico Dowdle and Raheem Blackshear. The wide receiver core counts on Adam Thielen's experience and a young group promising rapid development, including Teteroa McMillan and Xavier Legette, who was recently involved in a controversial situation but has already apologized for the preseason fight. Overall, the roster shows a delicate balance between youth and experience, with an offensive line featuring solid names like Ika Mekwonu and Taylor Moton, aiming to protect young and open running lanes. The Panthers' preseason start was not what they hoped for on the scoreboard, but the lessons learned and changes made in the official roster indicate that Morgan and his coaching staff are focused on building a competitive team, cutting what does not add value, and rewarding performance. There are still 2 preseason games left for adjustments, but the message is clear: roster spots will be earned with sweat and productivity. With this realistic and pragmatic team assessment, the Panthers show they are ready for a season of tough choices, intense tests, and hopefully, continuous progress in search of the success fans desire.